Hi, in this video I'd like to talk about lust and its very important characteristic being disconnection. I personally think that for a human being to become fully aware of this characteristic of lust is extraordinarily helpful. I say this because it has really helped me no end. It was quite an important realization actually. It really helped me to understand what lust is, what sexuality is, and it's given me like a new balance, a new perspective, a new understanding, a new control. In a way, a new perspective, a totally different way of thinking, feeling and acting towards sexuality. Okay, so first of all, why is lust disconnection? Now, we may think that it is connection, that it is to be connected to somebody else, to be looking for somebody else, to be driven to find somebody else, desperate for somebody else, etc. But that may look that way from the outside, but if we go inside of ourselves, and just by the way, that is what life really is for us, what we experience inside and also outside, but what we experience inside is basically our life, is what is more important to us. So going inside of ourselves, when we are in a lustful state or when we have lust in us, actually we're at war inside of ourselves. Now there is a great many divisions going on inside. Now usually when there is lust, there is a fight. Usually it's mind or intellect against sex, or emotion against sex. These two parts in us, intellect and sex, fight. Now the sexual centre wants that we go, find somebody, enjoy it, have pleasure, etc. But the intellect says, no, it's not such a good idea, I may have a girlfriend, a partner, etc. And to do that wouldn't be convenient at all, wouldn't be right, would just bring problems. Now the intellect says we don't know the person, how can we do something like that with somebody we hardly know? There's diseases, there's all sorts of problems, we really shouldn't do it. So the intellect fights against the sexual centre. The sexual centre doesn't take into account in its impulses those sort of things, but the intellectual centre, our mind, does. And sometimes when we're very lustful, we feel like we're driven by our sexual centre. We feel like a separation from our sexual centre. We may even feel in our emotions we can't be bothered. We don't really want to be doing such awkward things, going out of our comfort zone, meeting someone new, doing intimate things with people we don't know. Going out there to a nightclub, a pub, putting up with the loud music and all that sort of business. Emotionally, you may not feel like it. You may like just to be in peace at home, no stress, but lust makes us to experience stress, anxiety, nervousness. You're doing not quite the right thing and you feel uneasy. So there again, another war, another fight within us. So when we have lust in us, we're not a unity, we're not whole, we're not wholesome, we're not at peace, we're not in harmony, we're not in balance. We're at war inside. And sometimes, as I was alluding to before, you feel like a disconnection from your sexual centre, like a little bit of like separate from it, that it is just driving you, that it's moving you, it's trying to get something that it wants. And so then what gets introduced into you is duality, these two things, your sexual centre and then your mind and your emotion. And of course, whenever there's two things, there's conflict. Duality or multiplicity equals conflict, but unity, just one thing, there can never ever be conflict. So I just want to go back to that feeling of being driven by the sexual centre. That's sometimes you feel out of control. But the sexual centre is so overwhelmingly powerful in its impulses, in its energy, in what it wants to experience, that it's like it's leading you, it's moving you, it's what's controlling you, and you sort of like don't have any power to rein it in, to control it, to pull it back. It takes over it spoils your concentration. You can't work properly. This thing, that force is there making you to think about how it can be satisfied, how it can be filled, how you can have an adventure to fulfill it, etc. It can even lead you to have a second life. This is so powerful. Really, it can drive us if we don't know how to channel that energy, and if we don't understand that what we have to do is stop that division, stop that duality, and integrate ourselves with the sexual center. Not in the sense that you just dive in headfirst with whatever impulse it wants to fulfill, but you integrate yourself consciously with it. You understand that it is a part of your body. It's not a separate part of your body. It's not an enemy. You have to unify it, make it one with your body. That what is good for you is also good for it. What is good for it is also good for you. Because when you're at war, the sexual center is just thinking by itself what's good for it. It doesn't care what's good for you emotionally, physically, health-wise, biologically speaking, psychologically speaking, even spiritually speaking. It just doesn't care. Lust doesn't care. It doesn't have that in its considerations at all. But if we integrate it, we make it part of our whole psychological, physical, spiritual well-being, then things start to change. Because in truth, our sexual center, our sexual organs are part of our body, are one with our body, are very linked in their channels and energy channels, nerves, to the whole part of the body. So we have to see that truth and be one with it. So if we do that, then everything will change. We'll understand what is good for it is also good for us. And if there are impulses, then we can talk to the sexual center in a very understanding, dignifying, comprehensive, conscious way, and say that is not convenient for me as a whole, but what is convenient for me is to transmute, sublimate your energy, make that energy go inside of me and make me more lucid, more intelligent, more energetic, more vital, etc. To inhale and transmute and sublimate that energy, integrating it, absorbing it within ourselves. So if we seek unity with the sexual energy in that way, in a conscious, dignifying way, edifying way, then everything changes. We can really understand that lust is disconnection, is like war within us, and it's something not useful, something very painful and difficult, stressful and anxiety causing within us. Okay, so I hope this video has been of some use to you, and check out my channel now and then for other videos on the same topic. Okay, thanks for watching. See ya.